Holy shit, what a pay-per-view. Already. Good old hometown boy, Patrick Clark, the Velveteen Dream, has been black masked by Aleister Black. And right now, I'm watching War Games with the women's title match, the four-way, to see who is going to take the NXT women's title. Ember Moon's about to, it looks like. She just did. Ember Moon is the new NXT women's champion. So she takes Asuka's place as the women's champ. What do you think about that?
Congratulations, Miss Moon.
Miss Ember Moon. She's quite a fucking talent. And this is her first championship ever. So, I mean, I'm sure she had him in the women's divisions, but...
Yeah, but soon to be Divas champion right there.
Yeah, that's definitely a stepping stone to go right on up to the top show.
Yeah.
I mean, I've kind of been lost here in this. Like, I'm literally watching War Games on my phone as we're shooting live here. So,
I mean, can we give subscription shout-outs on a WWE Network?
Yeah, please, WWE Network.
$9.99 a month.
I mean, I already pay for it. God forbid I wouldn't, because then I wouldn't
see awesome things like Amber Moon winning the championship.
Yeah, exactly. I would have completely missed this. Thank God I had my phone charged.
Hey.
Like, she literally did like a crazy diving stunner, RKO looking thing off the top rope to two women.
To
Peyton
two women?
Royce and to Nikki Cross both. Yeah. I thought for sure Kairi Sane was going to get it. Kairi Sane was like the next Asuka.
Okay.
Because she does this elbow drop that... Have you ever seen Patrick Clark's elbow drop?
Okay.
He does an elbow drop from the top rope. I forget what he called it. Purple Rain or something like that. And when he hits he's literally like 12 feet in the air. And Kairi Sane gets the same height. And she's a woman. And she's only like 5 foot tall. She's tiny. But now Asuka's come out to present Ember Moon with this title, which is cool. So, yeah, it's our new champion, Ember Moon, NXT. Wow. Definitely a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. I thought for sure Kairi Sane with her push was going to get that shit, but Ember Moon finally. This 2-ring thing, though. What do you know about WCW War Games?
War Games and WCW.
What do you know?
Like I've told you before, I was brought up as a WWF kid, so I didn't pay attention to
Well, you wouldn't have known much of it. War Games wasn't really... you'd have had to been like old school wrestling to know War Games.
Old school, early 90s old school? Like Sting,
like
pre
80s,
Black
90s,
and White?
Like pushing, like about that time.
Yeah.
Because this was like Arn Anderson when he was still in WCW, like all those guys. So when it's way back that far,
nah, I'm too young.
You know, insane. I just can't even. I'm flustered now. I don't get it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, while Mr. Real Deal over there is all wrapped up in his pay-per-view,
now we're good.
Welcome to Cannabis Powered Wrestling.
Pro wrestling.
Cannabis my fault.
Pro wrestling, my friend. Hashtag Cannabis Powered Pro Wrestling. McLeafz, Cannabis Powered Pro Wrestling. Anything you need to know wrestling or weed-wise, you already know what it is. Real Deal Farms can tell you.
Hey, he can. Call in. What's that number again?
Oh, there's no number right now.
No number yet? Okay. My fault.
No, we have one sometimes.
Ah.
But not this week, we don't.
Okay.
No callers this week. Aleister Black, that's awesome.
I mean, I would rather that went the other way, but okay, I'll deal with it.
Behind you, we've got a guest in the studio. This is my very dear brother friend,
Mr.
DC Scrogger. Is there another mic, Jay, or should I just use this one?
Which number is that?
2's over here.
2. What up, y'all? Real Deal in the building. I just crushed his hat.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
What up with y'all?
I'm getting ready to watch War
Chillin',
Games,
chillin'.
dude. This shit's...
War Games.
Yeah, you remember that shit? Do you remember WCW when we was kids?
WCW.
Because this is...
I remember NWA, like really real raw.
NWA is actually back. There's an NWA wrestling league back that Billy Corgan
What?
Billy
Yo,
Corgan from the
real-
Smashing Pumpkins.
What?
He is the general manager. They're in, I believe, let me say Detroit, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, like Billy Corgan. It's insane. And he knows more about wrestling than anyone you want to know.
Yeah, I used to love wrestling back in the day when it was raw. Like when you hit the turnbuckle, you
That's what they're
actually,
trying to
like,
show here. Is the,
you
is
actually
the war
like
games.
bust your head open. Like the reason that Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is not Ricky the Dragon Steamboat no more is because Macho Man really hit him in the neck, right in his.
Nah, Ricky's still pretty cool. He's not
cool,
too
but
bad.
I'm just saying, like he was over
Yeah.
forever.
Oh, but he comes to, he's in at MCW, like,
He comes around.
in
still.
Joppa, Maryland, and then in Hollywood, Maryland. Yeah, he comes like every.
That's dope, man. But
So
I remember
often.
when they crushed his neck. Yo, he was done.
It busted his larynx and shit. I remember.
With the Four Horsemen, the Real Road
That's
Warriors.
what that's what the War Games is that they're bringing back. This whole War Games thing is just going to be. I mean, I can't say that it's going to be revolutionary and it's going to change anything because it's already been done. But it depends on how these guys get down in this shit.
If they would have kept true to the old war games, then it would have been good.
It is true to the old War Games, but you can't really stay as true to it as it was back then, dude, because
Yeah,
people
man.
are
They were
so-
people getting their
yeah.
actual
want all that
arms.
But see,
Actual
because that's what I'm saying. Like, because it's not true to the old war games, people still in their feelings. So
Yeah.
Obviously,
I'm on Twitter, so you know.
Yeah, see, I don't even fuck with Twitter at all.
Instagram.
Yep, Instagram.
I'll be on the
about it.
gram. Shout out to everybody that came out today. Come get those clones
Yep.
today. It was Fire Genetics, Cushberry, Rocklock, White Walker, Kush, Golden Strawberry, Chocolope, and Crockett's dog. Yeah, so
Shout out to Bo Kenny,
yeah, shout
King
out to
Weedy
King
for the
Weedy.
mansion over Thanksgiving today.
Thanksgiving.
And
I
shout
stopped.
out
I
to
had to
Captain
do a
Dan
little
for
stop
putting
in
up-
there. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Capsidam for hosting the clones today down the street
Yep,
at the
yep.
Yeah, that was
space
dope too.
at the spaceship.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
So this is the champion right here.
This is Drew McIntyre. Do you remember Drew McIntyre?
Hell nah.
Well, he was. Yeah, I know you know who Drew
Yeah.
McIntyre is.
I tell you what, I stopped watching when the New World Order came and they split and all that type of stuff. I just stopped watching.
New Order was the greatest thing ever because
Nah,
then Sting
man.
became Sting.
Man,
He
like-
started turning into the best shades of Sting,
See-
as far as I'm concerned.
I
What was
just
that?
like-
Sold Out '96 when Hogan
You know who's
when
my
Hogan
man,
turned
though,
on
for
Macho?
real, man? The Ultimate Warrior, yo, the original Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, the Warrior's the shit. Shout out Dana Warrior. Shout out Ultimate
out,
Warrior.
yeah.
Like, rest in peace. You are definitely
No
a
doubt,
legend, and
man.
you are missed.
Yeah, who
all
else
day
was out there
long.
Back in the day,
Back in
man?
the day, there were so many, dude. Like, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I was just Hulk Hogan as a
Junkyard
little
Dog.
guy. Yeah, and Junkyard and Moondog Spot and all those guys. Like, I was just hardcore ready to go. Like, all day, every day.
Oh, they getting it in.
Oh yeah, this is on Ciende Almos or some shit. I can't remember the exact name, but Andre Ciene Almos, and then his girlfriend Selena or whatever her name is. Like, it's kind of, but McIntyre would destroy him regardless. In any real world, McIntyre's eating this dude.
Who else is it? Yo, is the Undertaker still wrestling?
I mean, he's still active, but he doesn't actually wrestle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Man, how old is he now? I mean,
in
man.
his 50s.
50s.
Yeah, yo.
Probably 54, I want to guess.
What about my man that came over from Japan with the barbed wire and all that?
Came from Japan
He
with a
came
barbed
from
wire.
Japan. He's from America, from here, but he went over to Japan and wrestled, and he came back over. Talking about, he used to have.
You're talking about Sabu.
Sabu.
Oh, yeah, Sabu from ECW. He had all the scars and all that shit. He has scars going the whole way across his shit from barbed wire matches in ECW.
Greatest barbed wire match ever.
He's-
Sabu and Terry Funk when he ripped his arm open.
with him and Abyss.
Yes. Him and the,
He
oh,
did
yeah,
the same
yeah,
shit with
yeah.
Abyss in Metal Mayhem or something like that. It was fucking insane because
Oh,
Abyss was using Janus. And
Okay.
the whole it was a board with these huge, like roofing kind of
Nails,
fucking
like-
things like cinder block nails, completely fucking insane. Like,
And I hit you with it hard as I can.
Man.
yeah, this dude's fucking weak. I don't really like Andre Sienna almost. Like, I
Well,
think
Andre Sienna, you look like you.
he's a
weak out
luchador, but
there. You're gonna lose.
Yeah, I think he's done. It's not really gonna happen.
You looking at your girl for she looks more confident.
She was a
than
TNA
you.
wrestler. It's Selena, or I can't remember what her name was. For TNA, but I think it was Selena or one of those names.
But she walked out more confident than he did.
Because
right
she
there.
is. I'd rather see her wrestle Drew McIntyre, to tell you the truth.
Wow.
Yeah, he's gonna lose.
I mean, you know.
Man. For
Yeah.
wrestling, man,
It's
yo,
changed,
I had all the
evolved.
figurines as a kid. I used to wake up in the morning, watch
I'd play with them
WWF.
till their arms were ripped clean off and shit. Like, they didn't have no more faces, and the shit was all wore off of them. Like, yeah, it was constant. It never stopped. I was just constantly fucking playing with the shit.
Yeah.
Action figures for days. Would you like a dab, my friend?
Yeah, actually, I would.
There's a little tiny bit of that incredible bulk.
And I usually don't take dabs on live on the air.
But he will on my show.
I'm not. It's not my show, so I don't have to worry about being collapsed live on the air because I don't have to talk.
That's right. He'll
But
survive.
You know what I will do? I will put these shades on so you don't see like my eyes bulging out my eyes from the golf.
Yeah, I had mine, but I couldn't find them.
That way he can. Y'all
It
can't
happens
see
every
it. He
week.
can't
I'll
see.
have them for
Yeah,
5 minutes, and then
incredible
they just
bulk.
kind of disappear.
Yeah. Hold on.
I think that might have been what I gave you for your birthday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That was really good.
So, Mr. Real Deal.
Your
Quick question. Greatest finisher.
finisher?
Greatest
The
finisher.
Canadian Destroyer,
Canadian
as I've already said.
Okay.
Petey Williams, the Canadian fucking Destroyer.
Oh.
Isn't that like the closest thing to live resin you've smoked that's actually cured?
Fire.
Kind Bill, hit me up, brother.
He'll go.
Holler at your boy.
Like I said, this is why I don't do on live air on my show.
Well, this is not the Slab Hour. This is
Pretend like he don't
McLeaf's Cannabis Powered Pro Wrestling. So
No doubt.
It's
It's
gonna
not
hit you.
struggling with the scrubber.
that's right.
Because, I talk most of my show.
Yeah.
I need like
He just lung.
5 minute recovery.
Sure does, doesn't it?
Please.
I know Rico usually needs them too. Phone homie.
Yo.
Punching him in his chest. Sat him down. Oh man.
Oh, it's gonna. Yeah, this thing is no joke. This
Oh, yeah.
piece, dude. I'm telling you. I use this
That thing
thing some
about it
night
is it's
to
like-
put myself into the fetal position.
It's surprisingly like you thinking like you're not getting any.
That Jonah gangster.
You're getting hammered like a
Fuck.
It's
motherfucker.
hammering me like, come on.
That's that coffee straw
That's that
shit right there.
live on the air.
You're
This is why. I don't.
boop boop.
That resin need a
I'll
belt on
take
it.
donkey dabs, but I like low temp.
Tasty.
No
Fire.
taste,
Where he can
yeah.
still function. You know how hyper my ass is most of the time, though. I need something that's gonna level me right down and put me in a even playing
Devastating.
field.
Live.
Hey, shout
Yeah,
out
yeah.
Professor X710. Got this little, I don't know what it was, some kind of sativa. He said. I figured
Yeah,
whatever.
well,
it's
you
just
try
sativa.
that one.
Well, I already did try it a little while ago. But it's
Yeah,
okay.
Why don't you come up with that one then?
That's not gonna
This
give
is
me
your
a
show.
problem.
You
Oh,
got
you
the
know
rig
I'll
out
do
here.
dabs on air. I don't.
Yeah. Let's just give him a little bit more than that, though.
These guys are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy here, look at this guy. Breathe. Breathe, goddammit.
You see that? I'm still
It's
coughing.
too sweet. Yeah.
Not a damn cough over here.
I'm good. I'm
Not
good.
one.
Yeah, man. But yo, it's a pleasure to be here, man. I've been out of town like every week, except for Halloween, and that was like my mistake. And then like the first show, I thought the show was at 8, so I came through at 8. I had somewhere to be.
It happens, dude.
It happened, so I'm glad.
That's
I could be here,
the
'cause you
whole
come
thing
to
with
all
doing
my shows.
live studio audience. You know what I mean? Anything live, there's no really control over anything that we do. His title match is about to start, and already Andre Cien Almost is hiding behind the ropes like a pussy behind his girlfriend.
His girlfriend's in there.
She's got a bigger dick than he does, I bet you.
You know.
I pretty much guarantee that she's got a... Look at her. Get that bitch, she says. You're a pussy. Go, bitch.
I mean, I'm not sure that's what she says.
I doubt it, but
PG
you know,
shows,
I was
so-
just giving my own commentary. Just, you know, fuck it. But truthfully, Drew McIntyre would fucking destroy this dude. Like, it's actually just funny.
Apparently
To give
the
this dude
writers
a
don't
push
think
is
so.
just kind of... That stuff sets you back a little bit, doesn't it?
Fire.
Yeah.
I already hit it before.
Yeah.
But you know, live. Tell you what, when you hit this fire oil, you got a 5-minute rule around here. I am sweating.
We kind
5 minutes.
Yeah. Dude, I remember the first
got
few dabs
5
I ever
minutes to
did. I was
recover.
hanging on that rail out there like I was going to puke my guts out.
Yeah.
And that, you know, years
And you're
ago
on
now.
fire,
but-
too.
Yeah.
That rig is a
You got
sad,
5
boy.
minutes though, see? 5 minutes to recover. You can cough up a lung, throw up. It does not matter.
No, you come back in 5
You
minutes.
got 5
But I'll be
minutes
back.
to come back.
I'll be back.
Now,
yeah.
if you're not recovered in 5 minutes, do not waste oil. Please, your lungs are sensitive and the capillaries are already exploded.
Yep.
And they're not going to recover that fast. I tell you what, that was my first dab of the day, period. And it collapsed my
And it'll
lungs.
probably be the last one.
And I won't be taking another one live on the air. I will take another one, though, because I got some fire oil myself.
Oh, yeah.
For real.
Nice.
Yeah, let me get one.
But yeah, so did you know
But look,
Rock is about to, that has a new movie coming out? The Rock.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson.
man,
I'm sorry. Dwayne Johnson.
Rock.
Are we talking-
He's a real person now. It's Dwayne Johnson.
I was talking
Yeah,
about that
he's got-
very
he's
cool,
got a movie.
very cool movie about to come out.
Sourdough.
That very cool movie that's about to come out.
7%.
Yeah, he's got a new
Rampage?
movie. Rampage.
Rampage?
Yeah.
That is a very
Yeah,
dope
I've actually
movie.
got a pretty nice little
man.
trailer. First of all, let me give a little shout out to my sponsors. Potomac Hydroponics. Like you, without you, I would not be here. Thank you very much. If you ever need anything growing wise and you're in Western Maryland, go to Potomac Hydroponics, Hagerstown, Maryland. Monster Energy. Thank you for keeping the energy rolling all the time. And Jay, go ahead and roll the video, brother.
It's weird. You like hang out with animals more than people.
Yeah, well, animals get me. I rescued George when he was 2 years old. George never would have survived on his own.
He definitely trusts you.
Last night, George was 7 feet and he weighed 500 pounds. George, you okay, buddy? You're scared. It's okay. This morning, he's 9 feet, pushing 1,000. What's happening to my friend?
Are you familiar with genetic editing? Changes will be incredibly unpredictable.
Is he the only one?
Oh, you didn't know about the 30-foot wolf? Hell of a day, huh? Science experiments falling from the sky.
Having George on that plane is a big mistake.
I think we'll be all right.
Let's go save the world. It's coming back to me. It's coming back. You have to evacuate Chicago. George didn't ask for this. They're gonna put him down. That's not happening.
Is there something in the river?
I was just thinking the only thing that's missing right now is a giant crocodile.
It was just, it was just,
Yeah, it was the helicopter.
it was the gorilla
Hey.
grabbing that shit.
All I want is nachos, 3D glasses, and to be left alone for 2 hours.
Yeah, give me the full on theater and let me take my dab ring in there with me, and we're good. Yeah, we're cool. Actually, no, I got my vape. I guess I'd be all right without it.
George looked like he is straight G.
Dude, The Rock is no fucking joke. And did you see who the bad guy was? It's fucking Negan. From The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead, the Mr. Batman.
It is Negan. Dude, have you got to catch up on Walking Dead? Get a mic, bro.
Oh, it is him. No, I'm skimming through the video.
Get a mic. Get a mic.
This guy.
Shout out to our engineer, Jay. Always keeping shit running for us. Hey, and
Yeah,
shout out
man.
Extreme Terps. He brought through some terps for us.
Hey, that's pretty.
Some, where is it? Sour Dog.
Sour dog.
So probably Sour Diesel and Star Dog
Yeah,
or
just-
one of the other. One of the derivatives.
Sound like it's gonna punch you in your chest. Just be careful, man.
Oh, that was the Banana OG Scrub just showed me. Some Banana OG. Smells like bananas. All right, so let me give this little what was it? Sour Dog a little taste here. So what do you think about that movie, bro?
Man, Rampage gonna be good. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be one of his highest grossing. It's new, so let's let the newness wear off and see what it does in a couple weeks. I mean, after it comes out, apparently. But I don't know.
Like, do you think it's like a remake of like one of the old
King
movies?
Kong and shit. I mean, maybe
Sort of, but it's something better though because Dwayne the Rock Johnson. That's what I was thinking. Shout out Dankapain. Corey Wiley. That's something a little,
Yeah.
to that level. Yeah, who knows? But
It's from the same maker, San Andreas, right?
yeah, same director
probably
and
yeah,
shit.
it's got to be because it looks like it's the
same
same kind of
director.
shooting. Yeah. So I mean, Jay, have you kept up with The Walking Dead yet?
I have not.
Come on, man, you're slipping.
I know.
You're fucking slipping, bro. But yeah, dude,
Don't worry, don't
there's some
worry,
shit
Jay.
going on, and I don't want to spoil it all for you. But you might want to check it out. That's all I can say. I didn't get to get it all. I missed some of it, but it is what it is. And it looks like that Drew McIntyre is just stomping the fuck out of Cien Almos. So, toot toot, yay. But yeah, definitely the War Games thing here so far has been okay. Aleister Black ones, I'm happy there. I mean, Jay, I've told you about how much I like his theme song.
You did.
It's just the shit. And Drew McIntyre's always been the shit. He's a Scottish fucking monster. Like, there's no question. Anybody from Scotland, to me, I'm Scottish Irish, so they're fam. Shit.
No bias whatsoever.
Huh?
No bias whatsoever.
None at all. I'm not biased to anything.
I know.
I love it all.
I hear you.
As long as it keeps
Hey,
rolling, we're
look,
good.
I mean, so NXT's rolling right now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we got one of the
Survivor
greatest
Series.
pay-per-views of the WWE,
Dude.
Survivor Series. Hashtag Team Raw. Hashtag Braun Strowman's gonna punch everybody in their face. Hashtag
Braun
I
already
can't
worked
wait.
Kane. He literally worked
Kane.
Kane
Man,
like he was a rented child. Like, he beat that man, like, severely. It's because of what they did to him. They threw him in a fucking trash truck.
Like,
a
all
goddamn,
right, so
like, come on, man. Like,
Wait, he
really?
literally got thrown
We're
in a
gonna go
trash
to this?
truck?
yeah,
Yeah.
They threw him in the back of a trash truck and crushed him.
Supposedly. And then they came out with a figure from Pro Wrestling Figures that was him as, like, Frankenstein looking put back together from being in that fucking
Oh,
truck.
that's dope. I need to order
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty
That's cool.
awesome. Like, because then he said, he was like, when I come back to Survivor Series, I should come out like that. Braun. This fucking big bastard. Like, Jesus Christ, the mountain among men. Like,
I was watching. Well, one of my friends on Facebook sent me some videos of when he was a power lifter. They didn't know he was a
He
strong,
was-
nice guy.
he's a monster, dude.
Dope. He lifts cars.
He was an actor. He was actually the mountain.
The mountain. Oh, in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
One of my favorite
Yeah,
shows.
he was the Mountain. He's a monster, dude.
Cut the whole head off a horse.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
But as far as the whole predictions go for tomorrow night, I don't even know what to call.
Oh, okay.
here.
So you weren't paying attention. Okay, listen to me. I told you. Hashtag Team Raw. Hashtag
Oh,
Braun
I already
Strowman's
heard
gonna
that.
punch.
I heard all that shit. I heard all that shit.
Man,
But you
I'm
can't
telling
just
you.
call one way or the other because.
Okay, I got a legend. I got Kurt Angle too. Like, no, I'm not worried about Team
obviously,
SmackDown.
I've got bias to Kurt Angle.
I'm not worried about
So-
Shane McMahon whatsoever. None.
No, Shane
I got-
O'Mac is.
If
not
I'm
gonna
Kurt
do anything.
Angle, I got Stephanie blowing smoke up my ass. Like, I can't fuck her.
He couldn't even have his own son because Triple H inserted himself
I'm the
into
fifth
match.
member of Team Raw.
The old
That-
man
that was
had to come
dope.
back and wrestle. Like, really, guys?
Yeah.
But it's pretty awesome because that's going to give a better push to.
When's the last time he
absolutely
wrestled?
everything. Not that long ago. He actually came back in Manchester, in England, for an event, and so then that was like his big return, and it was literally a week after Angle had returned.
Wow.
To
Try
do
to steal
his-
his heat.
I mean, kind of. Angle literally came through here just a week ago. Not here in the studio, obviously, but down
Through
the
the-
highway right past here to go to Raw in D.C.
Okay.
And they had Raw in Baltimore, too. Like,
We're going to
Man,
start
I
locking
missed
down
that.
those
Didn't know
interviews,
about
Corey.
that one.
dude, we're going to,
We got to lock
Me
down
and you
those
are gonna start
interviews.
satelliting out to these fuckers. Like, MCW definitely, because, I mean, it's hometown. They're not that far away.
Hey,
So-
why not?
Yeah, and they bring in good talent. I'll give them that. The MCW brings in really good talent, even if it is just legends a lot of times.
Legends count
They're
for
good.
something. Legends are why we're fans today, correct?
That's exactly right.
So, hey.
That's exactly right. And they're still talking about forgiving Hogan and doing the whole. Even though they did a movie of his fucking life, they're still talking about the whole forgiving.
Wait, the greatest wrestler ever has a
well,
movie about
because
his life?
yeah, there's a movie.
I thought that was No Holds Barred. I thought that was his biography.
No.
Oh, okay.
Are you for real, bro?
Nah.
The completely most fictional movie about any wrestler in the ever. Yeah, that was his life. No, but anyway, yeah, that movie. Like we watched the trailer the one week, and it looked okay.
Okay.
So I mean, we'll see what happens with that whole fucking deal. You never actually know.
What Vince McMahon will do for $1. You never know.
Pretty much. I pretty much think by like 2020, he'll own every wrestling company in the world.
No, he won't.
No, he won't. But you know, he wants to.
Yeah, he wants
That's
to. He wants to be
probably
the
like
only
on his
thing.
goal board, like Scrogger has.
But see, like, like competition is needed. Like the WWE and WCW thing, yeah, somebody had to lose that. But now we need things like MCW, like.
Well, they feed the people to actually show them, and it's not having to go to these big events because these big events, some of them are quite expensive.
Yeah.
Ringside seats sometimes $250, $350. Depends on what kind of seats, what event.
What
like
event,
WrestleMania,
yeah.
they're already selling tickets for
Get
that.
it for WrestleMania.
Yeah. So, and I can't even imagine how much all that. The whole thing, WrestleMania weekend, is probably a couple $1,000s easily.
Yeah,
So-
hotel tickets.
Yeah, I mean, but now
events.
I will say this: I've done all this shit, so it's 100% worth it. But if you don't have to live it, I obviously understand. But it is worth it because the experience that you get from all these live shows and all the the pops,
Yeah.
the pops that you feel from the crowd, you feel that shit. Like,
Now, is that from event to event? Can we say like from a Raw, the pop is different from a TLC, or at an MCW? Like,
it all depends on the wrestler.
all depends on the wrestler. Okay.
The wrestler has to have the right push. The
Okay.
storyline has to be on point. Everything has to fall into place. Like, not many people get like Shinsuke Nakamura push it like pops every time. Like Shinsuke gets a pop every time. Finn Balor gets a pop every time. AJ gets a pop every time.
And that's thanks to independent wrestling. That's not thanks
New
to
Japan
big
Pro
wrestling.
Wrestling. Shout out New Japan Pro Wrestling. Without them, I probably wouldn't give a shit about wrestling anymore. But you know, they make it happen. Shout out Kenny Omega. Shout out the Bullet Club. The Elite for life.
Hey, I was watching, I guess, what we would now call wrestling history when they eliminated AJ from the Bullet Club.
Yeah, when Kenny actually did the
that
Styles
was
Clash
so
on him.
dope.
That was
cool.
probably one of the best faction switches.
Hey, I like that. And
ever
then
happened.
they had not Adam Rose. It's an Adam in the Bullet Club.
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole. They put
Adam
him
Cole,
out.
baby.
Man. They
Yeah, that's
put
Adam
him
Cole.
out the Bullet Club. That was dope.
Yeah, now Adam Cole, he's wrestling tonight. He's the one that's in War Games. It's Sanity versus the Undisputed Era, which is Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly.
Okay.
And then you have Sanity, which is Killian Dane, Eric. You know what I'm talking about, Eric.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name right now, but either way, I know it. And then there's the Authors of Pain. Those monsters
Authors
that come
of
out looking
Pain.
like Ninja Turtles sometimes.
That was the wow.
Like they put these masks on and it makes it look like a turtle head. So then you think it's like this big, massive fucking Ninja Turtle guy with like pads on. You're like, the fuck is this dude doing? Like,
is that on purpose?
Well, they tried to make him look more intimidating than they already were, but it was kind of almost impossible. It's a moot point to make somebody that's already that fucking intimidating look intimidating. And then they've put Roderick Strong with these guys.
Roderick Strong. I like that guy.
Yeah, Roderick's good. He was Ring of Honor champion and everything else. He killed Ring of Honor. He was like the face of that company for a little while. So that's where he came from, was Ring of Honor.
Okay.
But that is one bad dude. Like, he can get down to. Like, he does a drop kick. He would literally kick you clean out of the fucking studio.
Hey, I used to tell my friends, like, drop kicks are worth something. Like, Dolph Ziggler, to me, used to have one of the best drop kicks
It's all about
ever.
how it gets sold. You've got to be a good...
Not even. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the giver.
Obviously, you have to do it right. But
Yeah.
if the person doesn't sell that shit and they just kind of bump off of
Fall
you,
into it.
that's that stupid shit.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, then you're like, oh, boo, boo, you suck. Get this fucking dude out of here. Like, every time. I mean, it's like, and then you see shit just flying into the ring. Like, that's what happens at a lot of independent promotions, because these dudes just aren't trained. I mean, literally, you need to be trained at some sort of school to do the art of professional wrestling.
I mean, I guess. Then I feel
Now,
like
there's no
if
I guess
you,
about it, bro.
I mean,
if you don't
to be properly
train-
trained to do moves, yes. But
Not
if
everybody
you,
can be the fucking Sandman.
Nah,
You know?
you're right.
Come on.
But-
that's, plain and simple.
What if you loved it your whole life and just know how to sell? You know what I mean?
It's possible. You can be a good actor, but then you don't have the stamina.
Or you missing something true. That's why you get trained. I'll say you win. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding,
That's
ding.
what I'm saying. Like, you never really know. Like,
Winner McLeafz. Good job.
yeah. I'm not an expert of this business for nothing. Toot toot. I'm just playing. Yeah, but yeah, dude. Anyway, I have another video. Kenny Omega.
Oh, the
promo.
cleaner. One of my favorites.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth between our little Survivor Series thing and this, but yeah, the good old Bullet Club, the elite, the elite. Roll it.
Oh, Okada! I think your time is running out because the people, they want change. They want change in the form of Kenny Omega. They wanted me to be the best of Super Juniors. They want me to be the junior heavyweight champion. And these people, I think they deserve it. They deserve to see things they've never seen before. They deserve to see you, our master, our leader, our king, as the champion.
It's clear that there is discrimination against the great people of UK.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise, you would have been in the finals.
That's right. He does love Will Ospreay, though.
For some reason.
Yeah. Well, he's domestic, so he's not really a true British man anyway.
Okada. Look at my appearance.
Look at him.
Yes, this is the house show gear. You've come to know and love these pink, flashy tights.
Oh, yeah.
But Okada, this shirt. Oh, yeah. This shirt, which is about to be a #1 seller.
Nobody sells more shirts than the Bullet Club, I might add.
There is no shirt better at New Japan Pro Wrestling's merchandise site than this one.
Nope.
So guess what, Okada? You got a little bit of a main event effort today. Could you handle it? No. Can you handle it at Osaka Joe? No. Okada, we have one more meeting. We do. And it's at Korakuen Hall. Guess what, Okada? We are gonna have a little bit of a homecoming party. Because I miss my home in Tokyo. I miss my home at Korakuen Hall. And I will bestow upon each and every one of you the gift. The gift that is the elite. The elite.
Look at that.
elite. The elite. Break it down. Can we add that bit? You can. You can. You're as part of this team, as much a part of this team as anyone else. Got the big V tonight, brother. There isn't much more left to say. Aside from Okada, you haven't shown me anything new. I look forward to Osaka Joe, and I look forward to adding 45 pounds of gold around my waist. And with that, I need my beauty rest. Goodbye. Mwah. I love when he says this. Thank you, Tech. Thank you, Base Tarada-san. And good. Mwah. Right. Bang, 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 bang. Let's go, man. Pew, pew, pew.
Bang, 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 bang. And that was dope.
All day long. It's just how it is. That's the Bullet Club for you. But yeah, so anyway, Enzo Amore and Kalisto.
Enzo Amore and Kalisto. All right, if you give me that, I like Enzo. Like Kalisto, he's a classic, I guess. But Enzo's my boy.
Well, Kalisto had to get a push because when he went to 205 Live.
Damn that. But a bone realist in the room. Like, I need my man Enzo to beat that. So if you give me that match, I got Enzo all day.
I think, yeah, Enzo's going to sneak into it somehow. I love the fact that there's just a nice little layer of smoke in here. That makes everything feel so much better, as it always does. Like, without that, no, it doesn't happen. Like, cannabis-powered pro wrestling. That's the only way we rock it.
CPPW.
Something like that, yeah. Like RVD 420. Like, come on, guy, we miss you. Come on over here.
Yeah, that would be dope. If he was a guest, that would be super dope. Hey, RVD, hey, holla at me, man. I hit you on Twitter, man.
I met Rob Van Dam, I think, 3 times, and he is a down-to-earth dude. Really, really fucking good guy. But I'm marked out when I saw him. Like,
oh, come
I straight
on.
RVD 420. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Nah,
you know, but no. But then I was like, no, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry for marking out. But yeah, that was like the first time I ever met him.
RVD, I'm gonna hit you on Twitter, man. Hit me back. Let me know something.
He's pretty fucking awesome, but yeah. As far as the rest of everything goes, Charlotte and Natalya.
Charlotte and Natalya.
I got Charlotte.
Yeah, I go with you with Charlotte.
Yeah,
just because they push they're giving her right now.
Wait, no. It's Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. I'm sorry.
Charlotte
already beat Natalya to take the title.
Take the title, right? So
SmackDown Women's title.
Still going with Charlotte.
It's Alexa
Charlotte
Bliss,
on the roll right now.
Yeah, it's champion versus champion. And then we got Baron Corbin versus somebody else. Who the hell is he taking on? Who's the other champion? The Miz. He wrestles the Miz.
I always like the Miz.
I got the Miz on that one just because it's the Miz.
Yeah, Miz.
You know, obviously.
I came to play. Like, yeah, give me Miz, man.
Yeah, there ain't too many better than Miz. Like, he's pretty fucking awesome. But let's get a little update on what's going on with this fucking War Games.
War Game, like.
Yeah.
Okay, we were talking about how true to tradition. Did they keep it or not keep it? Correct? Do they still have the 2 rings? Like, is that
it's still 2 rings.
It's
and
the 2 rings.
Cages that go over the 2 rings.
The 2 cages. Do the cages have tops?
You know, one big cage.
One big cage, but it's covering 2 rings.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then they have to go through
from ring to ring.
Yeah, exactly, to go on each other. Like that's what they're talking about right now is that match that's about to happen.
Okay.
The 9-man match, like, which I always thought was badass.
9-man match.
On Lucha Underground, they have something called the Trios Champions, which is 3-man.
A 3-man championship.
Yeah, so
that's dope.
It gives a lot more wrestlers than a chance to get a push. Instead of just somebody having to be a mid card or
presents
totally
an interesting question.
card.
Check this out, right? With all these championship belts, right? Does a belt even mean anything anymore?
It depends on what the belt is, bro. It really depends on what the belt is.
So, like...
And really, I believe that if they're going to put any championship belt around your waist, it means something.
Yeah, okay.
With a company this large, you could almost have 20 belts.
And they would all mean
something to each division. Maybe not just...
Well, what if you have more belts than your roster allows? Like... With the WWE,
can't do that.
I see what I'm saying, but like,
but you don't understand how expansive this roster is now. Like, all you got to do is check out 2K18, and you can find out how expansive the roster is.
Okay.
But, like, dude, I'm telling you. And just besides what active roster there is, there's guys that are in, like, the training center and everywhere else that are just waiting, chomping at the bit to come in, just waiting on that call. Vince is like, oh, maybe we'll
Yeah,
you
true.
sometime.
So any belt would mean something to any new guy coming in.
There's so many guys now that exactly. Any belt's going to mean something to a guy who has finally broke through the minor leagues, get to the top shelf of wrestling, which WWE is, like, hands down. I mean, you can't say it any other way, because no other company is going to have production value like they have. Like right now, there's so many old matches on this thing, which is it's pretty cool, because Terry Funk, Dusty Rhodes, all those guys, like. The guys who are wrestling tonight wouldn't be wrestling if not for Dusty Rhodes. He was who started the NXT. He was trained most of these guys. Like
he was the one who started NXT.
He didn't start it, but he was the first, one of the main inspirations for it.
Oh, okay.
And then he ended up being one of the guys who taught these young wrestlers the game.
Oh, okay. I thought Triple H started it, and I had no
it's Triple H's baby.
Oh, okay.
But Dusty is a creative
mind behind
force of the shit.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
Dusty I'm just saying I had no idea he had anything to do with it. So that's dope.
Yeah. His son's actually there tonight, Dustin Rhodes. Gold Dust. And Arn Anderson too as well, the famous Hall of Famer.
Ain't none of my friends used to hate me because that used to be one of my favorite wrestlers. Like Gold Dust.
Arn or Gold?
Gold Dust.
Dude, there's nobody
him and
sold it
Marlena,
like he did.
That
like,
shit was dope.
He's the shit. He's definitely pretty fucking awesome. There's no question about that. Like this 2Cage, it's incredible.
Like
there's barbed wire going around the whole way around the top.
So there's no climbing out the top.
Reinforced the whole way around. You know what I mean? So there's extra, beams, little shit, anything to get fucking hit on. And then there's more tension.
Wow.
So when you hit that, you're hitting. It's like hitting a wall. It's not just like hitting.
Because it's not gonna bounce like the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, like a real cage like that would really kind of hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't feel good. I can guarantee that shit.
A real cage.
Yeah.
Wrestling's real. It's still real to me, damn it.
Wrestling always was real. People are fake. Shout out Ken Anderson. Mr. Anderson, Ken Anderson, he has a wrestling school. That's a wrestling school. Like, if I was ever to just want to go and be a manager or whatever, that I would actually go someplace like that, because that's somebody who has known the game from top to bottom.
Hey.
I met him a couple times too. Ken Anderson was fucking awesome.
You met everybody. Like, you're a pro wrestling magnet, man.
Pretty much. If I can be there, I'll be there. That's not a question.
Hey.
Like, what's the dude's name? Scrogger, you would know this. What's the dude's name that used to interview Snoop Dogg all the time? Anwar or whatever his name. What's his name? You know. The little funny-looking dude that used to interview Snoop Dogg all the time. Nardwar. That's it. Shout out Nardwar. I was trying to remember that shit, but that's kind of what I feel like with pro wrestling.
That you get to catch everybody.
Like, yeah, I would just love
That's
to be able
dope.
to.
Like,
but it was usually me
Man,
running out of.
Everybody, you don't know how many.
That's
people
what
this
I'm
guy
saying.
knows.
Like,
I didn't know. I had no clue.
He ain't know till he came to my house.
I didn't know till I came to the house. That was it. I had no real clue. When I look, and we've known each other for a while, right? And we do what we do. We grow.
Yeah.
So I came over to the house, check out the grow, and like, yo, you talking all of the figurines, every
I know
wrestling.
you got a shitload of them.
He's got,
Yeah,
I know
I
right
forgot
now.
to bring any tonight.
I know right
I
now
even
he's
had
got
plans
some.
to bring tonight.
He's probably
I was
got
so
some
high, I forgot.
figurines.
I'm just talking about all
in his room
your
that somebody
memorabilia.
on eBay would pay a grip for, just to have. But when I was like, you like wrestling? I was like, man, I used to like wrestling as a kid. We got to talking about it. Then he started talking about all the people that he's went and seen.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
And that's just a little piece of the tip of the iceberg. Like, I plan on being a lot of places in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn right.
With Anwar Media by my side.
Tara decking it out.
Yep.
Damn right.
That's dope.
That's the plan. Like, I want to get out here in the city, and because they have a little championship wrestling thing here in the city. It's real small, but it's something.
Where is
Independent
this
wrestling.
Diamond?
Huh?
Where's this little diamond?
DC something. I don't.
We got to find out and go cover an event.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't exactly know. I haven't done my research like I should have because it's real small.
Oh no, we will find out.
But we'll find out. Yeah, I mean, I already knew about MCW because a lot of
That's
guys that are pro now in the WWE came from MCW.
Started out from MCW.
Like MCW, OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling. Like Ohio Valley, that's where John Cena came from. That's where Brock Lesnar came from. That's where Batista came from.
Ohio Valley. That's because they have exclusive training places, right? Ohio, Florida.
Oh yeah, well yeah, obviously.
Okay.
We have them here in Maryland, and
for
DC,
the WWE?
Maryland. There are in not for WWE, for independent.
Okay. Just independent.
They're just schools. Yeah, they're schools.
Okay.
There's one up in Hagerstown, in the town where my sponsor is.
True.
There's a couple other places too. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're not big, but they're teaching somebody something. If you have a love for something, don't be shy and get out there and not do it. Like,
go find it. Yeah, go do
what you need to do. Like,
follow your
the worst thing that can happen is you fail. And then what you do is you get the fuck up and you try again. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Dude, as many times I've been kicked down and beat up, fuck it. Just keep going, rock it. You know what I'm saying? What else can you do? You take your bumps and your bruises and you go.
Learn from your failure and keep winning.
Huh?
Learn from your failure and keep winning.
That's it. Just keep doing good and good will come on you.
Yeah.
You know, you'll hear me say good on you a lot, and that's because, you know, I want to see good on all my friends. I don't want to see no more bullshit for nobody.
True.
Like, thank God to cannabis, because that's why a lot of us aren't feeling the pain we used to feel. We're not having the problems we all used to have and all the bullshit, you know? This has helped a lot of problems. You don't see us doing any more dumb shit, so I'd say it's pretty good. And it looks like this whole War Games thing is about to get started. Eric Young, who was a great in TNA, stepping up against Adam Cole, baby.
Hey, man. I feel like the Bullet Club should go to the WWE.
Yeah, but would you really want to give up rights to something that you just signed a Hot Topic deal for the next, I don't know how many years or whatever? Like, every time you go to Hot Topic, bro, the shit is sold out other than like a couple schmediums. I'm not even playing with you. Yeah, little fella shirts. You know what I mean?
I'm saying though, like,
we represent.
It's worth the money, because what happens when the effect starts to wear off, and you can't sell it no more, and you want to sell it? Like, why not sell it while it's hot?
Well, that's the point. That's the point of capitalism. That's the point of selling anything, dude. It's the point of being a brand.
Trying to get the best deal for your brand.
Best at what you do. Like the whole here, the Authors of Pain are coming out looking like the fucking Ninja Turtles again. All three of them with green drapes over their heads.
Awesome. That sounds very, very
And the other
awesome.
two teams are in cages outside of the ring. Like, I don't know if, I mean, I know it was the same way back in the day, but now it just looks kind of cheesy. It's not quite, didn't quite have the aesthetic value that it had back then. They had Roderick Strong dressed up as a Ninja Turtle too. It was pretty neat. So yeah, shout out the Authors of Pain. Although they are fucking incredible wrestlers, like they're no joke. With Paul Ellering. Paul Ellering was just here too at MCW.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about that. Yeah, he was just here Autumn Armageddon.
Awesome manager. Awesome manager.
Yep. The Road Warriors. Shout out Road Warriors. Rest in peace, Animal.
Goddamn dark sunshades and that crazy suits.
Huh?
Those goddamn sunshades and crazy suits.
They were the shit. There's no question about it. But yeah, I believe what I'm going to do here now is take a nice big fat dab of one of these things here that I got laying in front of me and get myself out of here so I can finish watching the rest of this fucking pay-per-view. Because I'm more worried about this shit than I am my show at this point.
I see. We see.
I mean, dude, it happens, bro. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? You pay for this shit every month. Goddamn, do you want
$9.99. I understand. It goes a long way.
Oh, yeah. Well, before I forget, I wanted to show something. Here's a little bit of that incredible bulk.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I wish one of these days we will have smell-o-vision. Jake, can you close up a little bit? Yes.
One day, very, very soon, smell-o-vision will be available.
Here we come.
All right, last but not least, we talking about smell-o-vision. How would you even go about working that out?
it's just like 4K TV. It's gonna be the hottest shit out. You're gonna have
Corey,
to pay
I'm gonna
like
repeat my question. We were
$7,000.
just talking about smell-o-vision. Has nothing to do with wrestling. How would they even start to figure that out?
Dude, just like the doctor did on the professor on Futurama. You don't remember that when he made like a microscope or like a telescope that he stuck his nostrils over, and that was how he smelled the shit from the other universes?
I do not. I'm gonna have to look that up.
You're gonna have to watch that episode, bro.
Okay.
Futurama goes deep, brother. It goes real deep. Just like Rick and Morty. I mean, you already know. I get into that genius shit.
Shout out Rick and Morty. That is the funniest shit.
There's nothing but
Morty's
Rick and Morty. I
hilarious.
love Rick and Morty. And I might as well show my shirt while I'm at it. Bada boom.
Bada boom, realest in the room. Yup.
Shout out Enzo. Shout out Cass too. Even though he's been out injured, but he'll be back soon.
Big Cass. Like I wish they would have never broke
As a
them
heel.
up. They should not have.
No,
broke
they
them
needed
up.
to break up.
Nah,
That doesn't
no,
work. That odd couple thing only works for so long.
And they should have
only
wrote it
play
till the
that
wheels
story for
fell
so
off.
long.
Like
it made it better that they bucked it. and
because the
made him
tag
go
team
heel.
division's only it's small again. To me, it's still small. You never
gonna
should
be
have took them
small,
apart.
but
Nah, man. Tag
It
team
shouldn't
wrestling
be.
is what made
Well, that's
wrestling
why they
for me.
brought Undisputed Era up and all those other guys, because they're going to turn the whole tag team wrestling game upside down again.
Okay, all right.
It's not
so
going to be a joke.
I deal with
just
it.
get
I
ready.
guess.
There's a lot of new talent you haven't even seen in NXT yet. That's not even been on anything that are about to come in. And like tonight, Cassius Ohno takes on that Lars Sullivan guy who is like, he's like Braun Strowman. Like he's fucking huge, probably 7 feet tall. Like
I have
another
something to look
monster.
forward to. Okay.
But yeah, but Cassius Ohno, he's kind of left himself go a little bit. I mean, but the dude's been wrestling for a long time. An incredible indie wrestler, will hit you like a ton of fucking bricks. Like
Strong
so
style.
he has a good chance against Lars.
Okay.
I mean, I would have to say. We'll see what happens though. Either way, let's get this dab in and get out of here. Dank and Paint coming up next. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Check us out every Saturday. Shout out to our sponsors, Potomac Hydroponics. All day long.
Before you dab your lungs away, sir,
Yes,
what
sir.
are you dabbing there?
Some kind of sativa that came from Thanksgiving. Shout out
Some kind of
Professor
disease or
X710.
some- Oh yeah, shout out Dank Boys. Shout out Thanksgiving.
Came from my homie X. I'm not really sure.
Oh, shout out X. Hey, you seen that? That's alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we bid you good night from CPPW, Cannabis Powered Pro Wrestling.